What's up, everybody? Josh here with ATX Guitar Lessons. Please take a quick second to subscribe and like the video. And please let me know if you have any requests. So this is going to be one video in a series of videos about rhythm and strumming. There's another one where I talk about strumming and counting, and you definitely want to review that if that stuff's kind of rusty for you. This isn't necessarily advanced stuff, but you do want to have a firm grasp on just basic concepts as far as rhythm goes. So this is going to be all about how to create strumming patterns, because I think a lot of people get stuck and they find one strumming pattern that they're able to execute, especially if they're playing and singing. They tend to lean on one or two strumming patterns, and they can't really figure out where to go from there. And the reason for that is because they're more or less going off of feel, which is okay, but you do want to have that understanding of that mathematical understanding of rhythm, like how it fits into a measure and where am I actually strumming on the beat and off the beat, so on and so forth. So we're going to take a very basic strumming pattern of just eighth notes through 4 beats, just strumming down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're going to change that into something a little bit more interesting, even though it's still a pretty basic strumming pattern. So we're going to kind of change the feel of it a little bit. So if I just take a C major chord, all right, and I'm just going to count my beat, and I'm going to strum eighth notes down and up. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very basic, right? Something that you can certainly make use of. But let's see if we can vary that up a little bit. So one thing that I constantly teach is to get people thinking about moving their right arm in eighth notes, so it doesn't feel tense and doesn't get hooked on trying to figure out what the direction is. So it's always figuring out that, or always emphasizing that moving down is the downbeat, the number, and moving up is the upbeat, or the and. But we're going to reverse that now. Not reverse it, but we're going to change one of those. So instead of strumming up on the and, we're going to strum down on the and that automatically gives us a different sound, because when you strum down and you hear the bass strings first, it has one particular sound, and when you strum up and you hear the treble first, it gives another sound. Right there, I didn't even go through the whole chord, which is typically how I strum. When going up through the strings, you don't always want to be hitting every single string on every strum. And I can also do different things with my right hand. If I'm changing the direction, I can do different things when I'm going up than I can when I'm going down. So anyways, so we're just going to strum down on all of those eighth notes. Okay, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, still pretty basic, right? We're getting pretty much the same sound on every strum. Now, what we're going to do is separate the voices. And what I mean by that is we're just going to think of, the low sounding strings and the high sounding strings as like different parts of a choir, essentially. So they're kind of coming in at different times, and we're separating these voices to where it's like almost kind of a call and response type of thing. And it does so much for the strumming pattern itself. So we're going to do exactly what we just did, but on the first strum of each pair, we're going to hit the bass notes. We can hit the 5th string on my C major chord, 5th string, or 5th and 4th string. Doesn't have to be exact. Maybe in certain instances it does, but right now we're not thinking about that. And then on the and, or the second in each pair, second strum in each pair, we're going to hit the treble strings. So what we get for each pair of strums is All right, so we got low, high, so we're getting different voices in there. Let's do that together. 1, 2, ready, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I speed that up a little bit, 1, 2, ready, and go a little bit faster. So if you have specific questions about how to get that going in the hand, I can talk about that in another video if that is a question. But I'm just going to put that over a couple of different chords, a few different chords, just move through changes, and you get something a little bit different, a little bit more interesting. And I'll compare it back to what we originally started with. So 1, 2, ready, and so let's move through a few chords there. I'm going to do the same thing with the first strumming pattern that we originally started out with, which was just down, up on eighth notes. It's a pretty drastic difference. So anyways, just a little crash course in how to take eighth notes and make them sound a little bit more interesting. The only trick we really used there was change the direction of one of the strums and then kind of separated our strings. We didn't strum every string of the chord on every strum, right? So we kind of broke up the bass and the treble. So have fun with that, guys. I think it's easy enough strumming pattern to get under your belt pretty quickly, and add another pattern to your arsenal. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Good luck. Thanks.